Here we go. Jose Aldo, Aiemann Zahabi, featherweight fight. You heard that right, featherweight fight. We're here till this thing is over. Both guys right now staring each other down. And it's about to get real. Crowd fully behind Zahabi, being that he's Canadian. And he fights out of Montreal. So it took him just minutes to get to the arena, I'm sure. And already a slow start here in the first 20 seconds. Zahabi working around the outside of the octagon. Aldo definitely looks bigger than normal. Okay, so Aldo 11, Zahabi 15. But that would be in bantamweight, right? Even though it's a featherweight fight, they're still putting those numbers up. Leg kick to the body by Aldo. And a lot of movement, not much action yet. And the crowd's not going to stand for this too long. Ooh, Aldo landing a knee, then a left-right combo. Probably in under 2 seconds. Oh, and Zahabi takes a big right. Now Zahabi's backing off. He takes another right. Yep, and Aldo definitely has more power, in my opinion. And he lands a left-right. Oh, boy. Aldo's feeling good here. And Aldo staying centered, right? He's in the center of the octagon. Zahabi comes in with a big left right, but Aldo lands a left counter. Still got the better of him. So Aldo looking good here early on, that's for sure. And Zahabi kind of fighting scrunched over a little bit. He continues to work on the outside, but if Aldo keeps landing like he is, Zahabi's not going to be moving too well. Crowd getting a little quiet now. Crowd's been loud all night. The crowd is getting quiet. And they'll start picking it up eventually because Zahabi's going to need some some backup here, some momentum of some kind. And Aldo's just so tough, right? With that, keeps rising that knee, keeping Zahabi off. Zahabi comes forward, he straight leg kick. Ooh, and a nice upper to the body by Aldo. He takes a leg kick and doesn't even phase him though. Aldo's so focused on these jabs and big right hands. Zahabi comes in, Aldo backs off. It's a little bit like the Grasso fight before where she was having a very tough time finding the distance. Zahabi sort of not as bad as Grasso, but he's still the same. He's having trouble with the distance. It's just that Aldo isn't as active as Natalia Silva was. In fact, Zahabi's usually more active than Aldo. But Aldo's one of those guys like an Adesanya. There's a, there's several of them that they always bring their opponent's numbers down, and those fighters are important to know. Because when you look at those stats before the fight, you're like, okay, this guy lands 6 per minute, this guy lands 3, but the guy that lands 3 can slow you down. Zahabi teeing off a little bit now, left right. Excuse me. Now Aldo returns an upper to the body and a left hook, kick to the body. And Aldo looks much bigger up top, man. Featherweight. Oh, he lands a knee. Yep. And Aldo doubles him up 26-13. with 20 seconds left in the round, and Aldo just looking like he's got a little bit more power than Zahabi. But Zahabi keeps coming forward. Now he lands a knee and an elbow, takes a left. Man, these guys are going at it. And that'll do it for round one. Okay. I think Aldo got that round, obviously, but Zahabi looked good in the last minute, really forcing the tempo, and that's what you got to do with Aldo. Aldo wants a slow pace fight. He wants to slow you down. You know, bring your activity down. He doesn't want a high pace, six or seven significant strikes per minute apiece. He wants it more to like 3 or 4. Okay, throwing 8 to 10. Zahabi needs to get that number up. Every 5 seconds, you got to throw something. Boy, and the body work from Aldo is ridiculous. Zahabi had some success, though, grabbing the back of the head of Aldo. Ended up landing a knee to the body at the end of it. But listen, here we go, round 2. UFC 315 in Montreal, Canada. The crowd has been loud, and I mean ridiculously loud all night long. I mean, this crowd is going crazy tonight. There's another knee by Zahabi. He's had some success in the last minute of the first with that. As soon as we get done with this, we got 2 big-time title fights, and both of them are very interesting. I mean, the challengers have the biggest combined win streak that I think we've ever seen. Fioro and Jack De La Maddalena. What is he, like 17 straight? Someone said Old Testament Aldo is back. That's funny. He had a first chapter of the fight career. I mean, it looked a lot more like this, much more controlled, standing in the pocket. He wants you to come in, he'll counter effectively. And Aldo's slowing down a little bit here. This is an opening for Zahabi to. He's got to get more active to win the fight. Aldo just his hips are amazing, so that gives him an advantage in the pocket because when they get in the pocket, he's just beam, beam, beam. Keeps his feet grounded. All right, here we go with the strikes here. 29 to 19 head strikes for Aldo. 13 to 6 to the body in his favor. He's only down in strikes to the leg, 5 to 3. No big deal. Head strikes are way more important. Body, even slightly less important, but more important than leg strikes. Both guys shove off here. 2:20 left, round 2. I'd like to see Zahabi finish stronger like he did in the first round. I mean, we got Aldo winning, but I'm just saying, for his sake. Nice left for Zahabi. Ooh. Okay, we got a time here. Aldo taking a low strike. And the fighters actually stopped the fight and shook hands and then forced the ref to come in and say time. Here we go. 150 left, round 2. Aldo is fighting his fight right now, and Zahabi's got to start to do something. Problem is when you sit back, time's running. When you go in, you get hit. So what are you supposed to do, right? Grasso, same problem last fight. And after seeing some big finishes over the course of a couple fights, we've now seen back-to-back fights, at least so far in this fight between Aldo and Zahabi, that have just been a lot of action. And now Aldo Aldo takes another low kick, and this time he's not as friendly. He says, hombre, hombre. That's, twice. Clearly. Yeah. Now they hug it out once again, so a little respect there. Don't think he meant to do it on purpose, but, after two times, it's like, come on now. What's going on here? Keep them kicks up. Aldo appears to be breathing hard, but it isn't affecting. It's not affecting his ability to keep coming forward and be active, though. This round a little closer. It was 33-18 in the first. Now it's 28-22. A little bit closer for the judges, but still Aldo is up here. But a big right by Zahabi. Oh boy, his final 10. Could swing the other way if Zahabi can do something. And Aldo with a flying knee. And that'll do it after two. So Aldo definitely 1-0 after the first. More than likely, maybe one or two judges can go the other way, but more than likely Aldo's up 2-0. If you're both guys, though, still a big round, right? Because even if you're Aldo, you might feel like you won that round, but you can't be too confident. You can't be 100% certain that you did. And I think it's human nature for a judge, like, okay, because unfortunately you're in the hard position to give a 10-9 one way or the other, even if it's extremely close. So you give one round clearly to this fighter. If it's close enough, you might naturally go to the other guy because you might be watching a fight and say, "Well, I don't think it's a 2-0 situation. I think it's somewhat more even after two." So, but who knows? I'm not a judge, right? But at the same time, seems like human nature to be that way. Round three underway. Both guys had a long hug at the beginning. I mean, listen, how many times how many times are you guys gonna hug each other, man? What's the record for hugs in a fight? Let me see if I can find that. I mean, because these guys have hugged at least 3 times. Okay, AI. No, there's no specific number. And they got the record for everything else, but not that. All right. One minute gone, round three. Too early to tell. Aldo's so good with those feints. Oh, Aldo! Oh, Aldo landed a head kick, but was he grounded? And now Zahabi's is running more or less. Man, now Zahabi's coming back. It looked like he was all but done. Aldo lands a big right. Tell you what, I thought the fight was over, honestly. Now Aldo's tired. Zahabi's tough, man. Oh my goodness. Crowd's going crazy. 3 minutes. Aldo's looking at the clock. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine you dominate and then run out of gas? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Aldo's got to try to stay in the tie up here. He can't. Unbelievable. And any tie up here is good for Aldo, but Zahabi shoves him off. He wants no part of it. Now Aldo shoots in for the takedown. He can't get it. Aldo goes to his back. Man, he's tired. Wow. This will be crazy. 2:20 left now. Okay. And now Aldo just trying to hold on. He's looking at the clock. There's 2:10 left. That's got to seem like an eternity. Aldo on his back on the canvas. Zahabi on top, not in a full mount. But Aldo is so tired that he'd rather have the fight on the ground. Wow. And boy, you don't get better when you're that tired and your opponent's on top. I mean, I guess it's better than being on the feet, but Aldo just completely gassed out. Oh my goodness. I mean, oh boy. Oh boy. And the corner calling for elbows, and that's what Zahabi's doing here. Crowd's going crazy. The home crowd, right? 90 seconds left, and you figure, I mean, he could flip this round. But man, now if he does flip the round, I'm not so sure that Aldo definitely won round two. I mean, this could be a split the other way just as easily. So, but Zahabi's got to keep pouring it on. Unbelievable. I mean, Aldo went for the finish, basically had Zahabi all but done, probably one strike away. Zahabi ends up recovering. Aldo holding on to the gloves. Now he lets go. And an elbow by Zahabi. 50 seconds left. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is getting close here. Aldo just trying to hold on. 40 seconds left. And I think Aldo has nothing left. This would be terrible if the ref stops it, but Aldo is looking exhausted. 30 seconds left. Crowd on its feet. Zahabi trying to do everything he can to get the finish. And I know the ref's looking at it, but he does not want to stop the fight on Aldo, right? 20 seconds left. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Down to 15. And Aldo holding on for dear life. Wow. And Aldo's just holding on bear hug style. And Zahabi can't push him off, but we'll see. This could be a draw too. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. These guys hug it out. The crowd is giving both of them a standing ovation. I mean, all types of storylines here, right? Aldo's getting held up, but he could barely even stand on his own. Both guys on top of their coach's shoulders. The crowd's going crazy. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's fitting. Both guys are walking around side by side on top of their coaches. Yeah. It's like a chicken fight. Like, and there's the four tug. All right. All right. But I mean, Aldo basically dominating this fight for 2 rounds, then almost finishing it in the third, and then it totally flips the other way as Aldo just runs out of gas. Interesting decision coming here. Very interesting decision coming here. Gosh, that leg kick by Aldo. How did he not finish it right there? He slipped. Okay, he slips. And Zahabi. Wow. And I'll tell you what, that kick was so close to being a grounded opponent. But Zahabi just getting one hand off the ground. Yeah, there you see 2:58 left. Aldo's looking at the clock, breathing really hard, and that's when he just decided to fall to the ground. And see, that would have been an opportunity for Zahabi. I get and it almost worked. I get going on top of Aldo and all that, but that's kind of what outright. If you're thinking about it, that's what Aldo wants you to do. Aldo just falls to the ground on his back to say, "Hey, come on. There's 2 minutes left, and I'm exhausted." I would say, "Nope. Stand back up. Let's go." Yeah, I mean, what a fight. And here we go. Very, very interesting decision coming right now. Could be a draw. It's going to be some weird numbers. Oh, it's unanimous. 29-28. The early round saved it. Aiemann Zahabi gets the win. All the judges gave him round two. I told you. Human nature is to go the other way if round two's close, and Aldo cannot believe it. Aldo cannot believe it. And I really can't either, but I just had a feeling. That's human nature. That's why we were talking about it. So Jose Aldo falls. Aiemann Zahabi wins. The crowd loves it here. Featherweight division, UFC 315.